I'm back, and today I am talking about vitamin D3 and K2. So, why do we need vitamin D3? Why do we need vitamin K2? So, what is vitamin D3? Let's start there. It's natural sun. It's the healthy sun rays UVB that we need. And why do we need vitamin D? Because vitamin D helps us to get stronger bones through the absorption of calcium from our diets into our bloodstream. And K2 is needed to take that calcium to our bones. And this is why it's so important to have enough vitamin D, because you can be taking all the calcium you wish. But if you're not taking D and you're not taking K2, that calcium is just going to sit there in your arteries and clog them up. So you need both. Best not, actually, this is me. I don't take calcium at all. I make sure that I get my dairy products in. I make sure I take in my D3 through additional supplements. And that's what we're saying. So if you're not catching any sun, your melatonin, you are very dark, you're unable to take in extra sun just normal through normal exposure, and you don't want to be in the sun, so then you're going to have to take some supplements because you need D3. You need to have a good amount of D3 so that you can have stronger bones. Because without D3, you ain't going to take that calcium from your food into your blood. Without K2 and D3, that calcium just going to sit there and do nothing. So for stronger bones, you need both. For healthier bones, you need both D3 and K2. So please do consider how much your D is. And the only way that you're going to know is by actually doing a blood level. All right. I know that I was taking D3 and K2 every day, high dose. And my doctor told me that, oh, you have a very high dose of D3. You should be careful. Nobody has ever died from extra sun. So when there wasn't D3 around, when we were Bedouin, when we were trekking through the lands, when we were nomads, moving with the seasons, when man was doing that, they were exposing themselves to the sun when they went hunting, when they went out for food, when they were outside with the family around a fire, whatever it is. And no one died from extra sun. What happened as we became more urbanized, living in buildings and air conditioned offices and in cars with air cons, we just escaped the sun. And we think that exposing us to the sun with our sun tanning oils is going to skip the scale. Nope. Or skip the scale, tip the scale. Okay, nope, it ain't. You're going to have to take in natural vitamin D regularly. And when you get to being perimenopausal, it is essential. You need stronger bones. So therefore, you need to take in vitamin D and K2, D3, K2. And to have stronger bones, you also need stronger muscles. So remember I spoke about magnesium glycinate? So you need that too. So all these little things that I'm talking about, it's got a ripple effect and it affects one another. One thing leads to the next thing. So you need this wholesome life. You need this whole well-being to be in place. You need everything to be on point so that you can be healthier, be stronger for longer. Because as perimenopausal women, we tend to get osteoporosis. And if we're not taking care of our bones as well as our muscle, and the moment we fall and we injure ourselves and have a fracture, especially a femur fracture, that's when life changes for us. That's when the risk of death increases and our quality of life decreases. So please make sure you strengthen your bones by taking in D3 and K2. Also make sure you do it with taking in magnesium, as well as doing physical movement, increasing your exercise and making stronger muscles so that you can live stronger for longer. And if you can, take in natural vitamin D. So like I said before, I try and catch my vitamin D in the summer, in the sun, in the morning. Now that it's winter, it's different. The UVB rays are weak in the morning. There's mist in front of the sun. So on weekends, I do afternoon walks, about 6 to 10 minutes, just to catch some of that vitamin D so that I can maintain my vitamin D levels. The last time, like I said, the doctor said my vitamin D was very high. So what I have done is I have reduced my vitamin D3 and K2 to 3 times a week. I am still catching up on vitamin D on weekends, and I'm hoping that when I do my vitamin D3 and K levels in about maybe a month and a half, that it hasn't dropped, because one of the research articles I read said that when we stop taking vitamin D supplements, and because we are not exposing ourselves to natural sun, our D drops dramatically. So please take care. Take in your vitamin D3 and K2 so that you can be stronger for longer and live a healthy life. Thank you.